Story time. This is my Canik TP9 SFX. Probably by far my favorite handgun to shoot. They aren't wickedly popular. They aren't very well known, but it's a good gun. It's a great gun. It's a great shooter. I've shot a lot of guns, a lot of handguns. Glock fanboys, I've shot every Glock there is. I've carried them around with me. Glocks are good, but Glock is starting to really show its age. I mean, the design has not changed much since 1981 when they originally came out. It was either 80 or 81. I think it was 81 if I remember correctly. They haven't changed much. Just minor internal upgrades to make things run better. They definitely fixed the pen issues they had. Some other things. I think they had some trigger bar or trigger connector issues in some of the previous models. They got rid of the finger grooves that were on there that people complain about. So yeah, anyway, so this gun comes at an affordable price. It's optics ready. They're imported by Century Arms. It's the line of Turkish SF weapons. I think I got this for, I want to say less than $500. I believe it was. I can't remember. It was a while ago. I think it was less than $500 I picked this up. Obviously with no optic. Had iron sights, fiber optic iron sights, which are good. I wish they were a little bit bigger, a little small, but they're good. They get the job done. They're better than just blacked out sights, which come on every gun. They're definitely better than Glock sights, which I hate. Gun's accurate. I've only had issues as I was getting to learn the rifle, learn the pistol. I was riding a slide a little bit, and I was causing malfunctions with it. And I know the springs were a little stiff in there initially when I first owned it. But I just spent a lot of time sitting on the couch racking it, and a lot of time behind it shooting it. And the springs are now nice and loose, and whew, it shoots and eats anything in it. No accuracy issues. I mean, I'm dead on with it, especially once I added the optic to the rear. Whew, man, I am lights out with this gun. This new optic, by the way, if you guys don't know, I used to run a cheap green dot that I got on Amazon. It was $40 if I remember correctly. It's a Chinese company called ADE. Found on Amazon because I wasn't sure. I'd never run an optic on a handgun before, so I wasn't sure if I liked it, and I wasn't ready to just drop $200 on something that I might not enjoy. So I bought this green dot optic, mounted it on this gun, and that day I ran, maybe not that day, maybe it's either that day or that week, or of course 3 days, can't remember. There's a video out there on it. I ran about 1,500 rounds through it. And the optic held, it didn't break. I thought the G-force would just tear this thing apart. It ran, it held at 0. I ran that optic for about a year, about an entire year. And it finally broke because I was just abusing it, like trying to break it. Like I wanted to see how strong it was. And no, it's nowhere close to Trijicon or Delta Point Pro. It was fickle. It was a little fickle. Racking it on things. I dropped the gun a few times. Definitely dropped the gun a few times, running and gunning. It lasted a year before it finally went kaput. I mean, the laser still worked. The glass never cracked. It's just, I guess maybe I bent it back some so I couldn't quite get it to shoot point of impact, point of aim any longer. So I got rid of it finally. Sad, I want it back. I'm running a Burris. I think it's 2.5 MOA, and the dot's too small. I thought I would like a smaller dot, but no, I definitely like a much larger dot on my pistols. So I'm eyeballing the Trijicon 6.5 MOA. Probably gonna pick that up. I don't know if I'm gonna mount it on this gun. I'm also thinking about purchasing a new handgun. Look for that here in the future, but I promised myself no more guns till next year. So trying to remain true, trying to remain strong, even though my LGS keeps pushing me to purchase it, as they know what I want. But this is a great gun. I recommend you look into the Canik TP9 lines. They come with a light trigger. if I remember correctly, trigger from factory was 4.5, and I've put thousands of rounds through it, so I'm sure it's probably dropped down to 4, maybe even to the high 3s at this point. It's nice. It's nice. When I took the Glock course and I shot Glock for over 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, can't remember, my fingers got tired. Like, they have a heavy trigger. If you're gonna shoot a lot of rounds through them, which is probably why people upgrade them. But it's definitely a handgun you can purchase that you don't have to do upgrades to. Like, out of the box, you're gonna enjoy shooting it. And you may wanna make some changes to it. I do know there's aftermarket triggers for it. I do know that people have changed some of the springs in there to make it shoot flatter, but if you can mitigate your recoil, then you'll have no issue. You won't need it to shoot that flat. I think it's great. I think it's great. I recommend it. Canik TP9 SFX.